My name is Keegan Thompson. I am a communications major here at Valparaiso University. I am a player on the Valpo Esports Super Smash Bros. Team, and I'm also a professional level esports commentator. I started just practicing Smash Brothers at home. I started going online, doing online tournaments, and Tristan Leonard, the lead director of the esports program here, reached out to me before I'd even heard about Valpo from back in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, where I come from. And he asked me if I wanted to come here to play esports, so we set up a couple meetings and I decided I would go for a visit. When I saw the esports lab, I just thought, whoa, this is cut above what I was expecting actually. This is very cool. It got a very professional setup. This is a big program already. We have 50 plus players, 5 teams, and it's just growing. The growth and the momentum we're getting is absolutely just snowballing. The communications department is where I find myself. That's my biggest skill is being able to talk. And as a professional esports commentator right now, I want to improve those skills that I have and possibly break into professional sports, or if esports works out and I can do it full time, I would love to. But I need that skill work, that training here in order to break into that upper echelon, I think. Balancing my major with what I'm doing in esports actually isn't as difficult as what some people might think. As I commentate this game professionally, I can incorporate a lot of what I learned in the classroom to that aspect of broadcasting, which is really fun. I feel like I have a leg up on the competition in that regard. I love my residence hall. I'm in Lankenau right now, and my roommate's actually a member of the Rocket League team. So, I go watch their matches. He cheers me on whenever we watch mine, and it's just a great connection we have there with all of our other teams. Everyone's so supportive of each other. Everyone relishes in each other's success. It's a great community. There's a lot of players here from a bunch of different esports that you can learn from. There's players that are probably going to be on your specific team that will be there for you whenever you need them, in or out of the game. And it's a fun environment to be a part of. Anytime you are here to work, you have a good time. And I can't think of any better reason than that.
We are back, ladies, gentlemen, and MVs for the start of our Valpo Varsity Valorant here at Valpo Esports. I'm your host, Adam. I'm here with my co-host,
Gio.
We're going to be taking on Illinois State today. Valpo coming off of a win, especially, right? You know, whereas we move in the MVC, you need to be able to start picking up these early season wins, and being 1-1 in the series right now, pretty exciting start.
Yeah, we're actually going to go to Haven, which we saw them in NECC play. This one being MVC, so
Yes.
different records, but I mean, we've seen them play a lot of this. They'll start on attack. I actually don't know. I know we were the home team, but in Valorant, the home team just chooses if they want to be team 1 and 2.
Yeah.
So they could have. This could be our pick. This could have been their pick. I have no idea. I'd assume probably I think we would want to be team 1, but gonna start on attack here. See a lot of stuff we saw when they played Bradley, probably.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we like to see Johan trying to lurk on the right side, not going to be able to find the pick, forcing Valpo to time. They're going to be in garage. Ghost Voices gets caught by a tripwire and then quickly tapped right there. So Valpo's going to be down too as they try to approach C-side and make that down. Oh my goodness, make that 4.
Spike down, C. Flawless.
4K. Illinois State starting off 1-0.
Yeah, pretty solid start there. Unfortunately, Johan a little slow in the beginning. I think they probably commit to A there if he gets that initial pick. Had a few whiffs in there. But first round, I don't think in any of the games we've seen they've won the first round or even the second round. So I wouldn't be too worried at this point. I don't know where... oh, that's rough because the Viper wall just missed. I don't know where Illinois State sits. How many games they've even actually played. This is only our second MVC game. So they could be like 1-0, 2-0, 0-1, 0-2. They probably haven't played much more than that. Artie Party, though, got a good timing.
I mean, you got classic only. you're taking a risk at that point. Almost okay timing right there. Another head dink, but not going to be able to find the right click. Phoenix now looking for another flash. You're going to peek that pocket screen up. Is at least going to be able to pull it in. They're going to have to try and fight some crazy 3v5 here, and I think their best entrance is trying to at least go for a pick first in this early.
Yeah, a little rough. I think maybe not Artie Party, but the second man in there, Ghost Voices, probably should have got that. Cypher is just going to play the C side of the map the entire time. Be interested to see. No one's even checking the corner like it could be a possibility, which is really interesting. But Omen will fall, and Cypher almost losing to the Classic here, long range. They will eventually find Johan, but some good damage there on to getting, closer to knives. Would have been great to find the Cypher as well, but not too bad. Now's the real buy for Valpo, at least. This will be the bonus out of Illinois State, just whatever they had to work with.
It looks like Illinois State is going to stack pretty heavy on B. Yeah, they might just look to rush out. No, never mind. Alright, yeah, they're just going back to
it looks like they are.
Oh, wait.
They're just going to take all this space up here, possibly. Leave no one on A, which could be great for Valpo. Depends on how much noise they make.
Gonna fall back here.
Yeah, they're just fighting for grass here. It's a race with Sova to see. They have nothing. They have the turret, I guess, on the flank. Here comes that smoke for the site to make it a little difficult to get in from sewers. Haven't smoked off. Johan's going to take site. He will be alone. The Sova drone with the tag, but that's site. Phoenix is kind of alone with the rest of the team. Good spray through the smoke. Catches one.
Big. I mean, that's the first time Valpo now has an advantage, and you're already into the post-plant phase, right? So I feel like you have a great spot, but really nice. Oh my goodness! Oh my god!
Got a little too. Gotta just take you just gotta take the kill. Good blind there from Omen. Johan not able to find one, but yeah, Phoenix has just gotta take that protection, unfortunately.
One enemy remaining.
Nice.
And
Okay, Johan down. He spent that first round. He is not letting that slide again. A 4K for Johan right here. One for Ghost Voices finishing off Valpo first.
Finally, this is how I like to win.
Yeah, I mean, great job there. Only one falling on the side of Valpo there in a bonus. It's really big to not fall and not donate those guns over, because then the game starts to be in this perpetual situation of not being able to recover and not come back in. But gonna be a full bye here for Illinois State. Actually didn't happen that one. And it looks like this is just gonna be a game that's heavy A the entire time.
Yeah, there's not exactly much coordination moving around the side as Kale is going to pick up Gohan in the first half. It's more so everybody is taking 1v1s. It's just 1v1 for 1v1 for 1v1. Fighting going to be able to trade, but Kale picking up a 2K here, walking down on A site. He's going to be lurking close. There are 2 here, but immediately hinting his egg, trying to swing out. Peeks the left first before the right in a really smart move, picking up 4K and then one off of the ace here as he rotates around mid, which is where the last Valpo member is. Cypher.
Yeah, gonna do the see Valpo do something a little different on attack. It's already gotten stale. We're 4 rounds in. They've tried the same thing A, and then it seems like once Johan dies, the team is unaware that they could walk up, and they've just taken all of A long immediately. And then when A doesn't work, they seem to move elsewhere with a bit of a fake on A action. I think our Windows thing just went off, probably on stream. That's funny. I don't think that's actually ever happened before, which is kind of crazy.
You have the Phoenix Soul up already. Free shot, and you're going to be able to at least trade with one.
Down
so that's all you're hoping for out of Phoenix Soul, right? That's the bare minimum that you're looking for. And then picking up the second one right there. Johan just stuck in the animation, dashing out in front of 2, going to get picked. And now Valpo again, it's a 2v5.
Yeah, not great. One on the flank. Ghost Voices will find it, which kind of provides you a way out. You know, you knew these other 3 are on A or in the vicinity somewhere. Cypher's still flanking, do have the Killjoy turret up and available.
Last player standing.
But yeah, Ghost Voice is in a terrible
Spike
spot
down
now.
A.
Just nothing you can really do there. You get caught out. Illinois State is just snapping on a lot of plays so quickly that the moment that there's 1 pick, 2 picks down, they've already collapsed on both sides. So you kind of just get, suffocated in.
Yeah, gonna be a full save pretty much here. I mean, kind of a half bye. We got a Stinger party out. Johan actually 5 eliminations. Nothing out Ninja Panda and Aggie yet, which is pretty surprising. It's only a 3. It's not 5-0, when it's pretty much all 1 player. Gonna have the op for KO.
Get out of my way!
Gonna hopefully dart this out.
There we go.
Division. Johan's actually gonna ult in a save round, which I'm not exactly a fan of, but I guess you're hoping to turn it around. Yeah, with the operator, that's just not a good decision. Obviously, they don't know the operator's online, but
yeah. I mean, you still have a lot of play. You don't really have to rush this, especially that that op is down C. But Party dying on the lurk, and then Ghost Voice is getting caught out in the middle as well, and it's not looking pretty.
1 enemy remaining. Flawless.
Yeah. It's just the walk 1 by 1 by 1 all through the same doorway that we just died in.
Yeah. Definitely not the same strategy we're seeing them use against Bradley. They were very much in favor of working the map, and they might have been, kind of repeat strategy, fake A, go C, fake C, go A. But I mean, there's been no variation here. It's just been ramming the head 1 by 1, like you said, into this door. And we're gonna continue to see them take this space and, just look to win the 1v1 because it's working for Illinois State. They haven't really had to have any strategy involved up until this point. The operator's online though, and he's just gonna walk through again. It's interesting that no one seems aware that could just happen.
Yeah, we just look lost. Like it happens a couple of times where sometimes you just literally have days where your coordination's off, and I feel like we're all having the same day right now. It's a bit rough to watch, especially knowing, coming off of a strong win last week, and how they played in their first series in the NACC as well. They show a lot of good promise, but I feel like
A.
1 step forward, 2 steps back right now in these first couple of rounds.
Killjoy made it through at the moment, but I think he's gonna get bad timing with that.
Delete it.
We'll get in. So one's Heaven. We'll actually find that. Have a favorable advantage here. Omen's playing somewhere central, hopefully.
Found them.
due to what his character does, being able to smoke it. Party, while his teammates playing it, is actually just going to take the 1v1 and win it.
My ultimate is ready.
You know? Sometimes that's all you need, just a little confidence right there. Get back into this one. That round looked pretty rough from the beginning with your smokes getting cut off. Also, interesting to note the different composition here has allowed Party onto the Sentinel. Typically, he's lurking on this map on Astra, just because they don't have smokes with Gamer Film plays. Gamer Film's typically locked to that Sentinel role, but Egg coming back for this one, filling in for Gamer Films, doing the smokes. Still gonna have the op online though for Illinois State, which is just so rough. Hopefully Valpo's looking at the economy here. It's posted up B for some reason. I think that's a bit of a mistake. Valpo hasn't really tried to work B at all. We're gonna see Egg, not Gamer Films now, get sprayed through a smoke or something apparently. And, I don't think tagged by the operator.
I mean, I'm wondering. I think the rotations are looking pretty solid right now. I do like this B peak. Now you have spotted the op, right? You know that you arguably can't rotate. You can probably take some free peaks over A, and I think that's what Valpo's deciding right now. They're just gonna try and bring it around. Obviously, Illinois State is up to it. So they are gonna rotate the op back towards A site now. And Valpo throwing a couple of smokes on. They're just kind of running into it. KJ ult though, it's gonna peek out. Alright, you go 1 for 1, you have the KJ ult still up protected, you're at least going to force them out and break off line of sight, and they're going to have to walk back into sight, and I think that's all you really need against this team right now. You just need to clear that line of sight.
Yeah, pushing the op, getting on the site here. Gonna hopefully play the post plan, maybe a little better. That's something we saw the NECC version of the roster struggle with. I don't know if they'll check this corner. No, they're not going to. He ordered the spot there, but he's back in.
Trade-off too right there. Omen just flicking really quickly before TPing back, being able to spot the corner. Still got at least one pick. Here comes the ult as well out of Sova. Gonna be able to get a tag. Not finish off the push though. Egg on the rotate. Gonna be able to find one. They tap. They're trying to hold it off. You have to swing around the corner, and Valpo playing that extremely well in the post play. Really nice timing coming out of Egg, and Ghost Voice is taking that. And that's gonna be another win for Valpo.
The reinforcements are coming, by the way. We're on a 3-minute delay per the rules, but Gamer Films in chat on the way to the lab. So possibly might see a sub in here in game number 2 and get back to that roster they're typically playing with. I'm not sure what Coach Bryce's game plan will be. You know, you might not want to make the sub if you do win this first game or keep it competitive. Really probably depends. I'm sure that's a discussion they'll have to have. Johan close to the knives, gonna have Eggs ult ready. One off or Viper. I'm surprised they're not fighting for the C orb, to be honest. But I guess you're assuming Viper's probably gonna be planting every time, and you'll find it that way. But I like that Valpo has now slowed this round down immensely after the last one.
Yeah, but Party, I mean, still looking through doors here. You have Cypher set up on C, right? This is what they know is happening. So now you spot Cypher. You know that there's probably nobody who's going to be able to clear that check. Here comes the TP as well out of our open here. Egg being able to drop on the site. Now you have 3 on site for the plant right here. Here comes the ult out of Sove. Is going to pull Valpo off of that plant, give them a little bit more time to work with. They are still going to slowly approach. Omen gets tagged by it, and here comes the drone from the other side. Now, Illinois State has to find an entry in some way, or else they're going to get backed into this corner here. And the swing by Party is going to be into 3 of them. You are going to drop the Phoenix ult, but obviously now you're down 2. It's going to be a 3v5 on point here as Johan swings out, going to get 1, but it's just too many to handle. Egg with the double kill there, and all that's left is Ghost Voices. But he peeks out a little too early. Played it just a little bit too aggressively there instead of staying away, and that's going to be a diffuse right there for Illinois State.
Yeah, did the Viper get popped?
Wasn't worried for a second.
It did not. Okay, I couldn't tell my colors there at the top with the grayed out. Waylay 5 HP, very winnable for Valpo, but they invested the Phoenix ult into that retake, the Cypher ult. So honestly, not too bad on the side of Valpo getting those burnt. You know, 6-3, you're down by 3. The economy's a little rough here. Johan does have knives though, so this is essentially a full buy. Ninja Panda, a little rough there, going Bucky Light Shield. Honestly, you might just look into saving at that point. I don't know if on attack, Bucky on Viper is gonna get you anywhere unless you can get onto the site.
I'm wondering if he's like gonna pop ult. Like I'm wondering if he's
Yeah, he might be
bucking
trying to
for
get
the
into the
chance.
hole.
If it's the one time they push like, or with the one time he gets on post where he probably wants to have at least. Johan gonna dash in there, not find the right click. Dang,
Spike
also picking
down,
up another
B.
kill and egg. It's gonna
My
be
ult's
a
not ready.
3v5 here coming up to this B site. You
Yeah.
still have a lot of util though.
What's been interesting to me is that Cypher trip's been there every single round, and we just haven't broke it off the bat. It would be very quick. Terrible timing for Ghost Voices, but Will actually just find one.
Still wouldn't know.
Last player
Yeah, there's
standing.
the fight for
Oh,
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. It's winnable.
yeah, definitely winnable. It's gonna be rough there together. Oh, that landed.
That
What is?
That's crazy.
Wow.
Ow.
Is he on 2 HP there? I didn't see once it started ticking up.
No, that was a
But, wow. I mean, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's a flick for flick. That's how it goes.
Yeah, 7-3 here. This is huge for Valpo. You gotta be careful you don't let this snowball, because, oh, they're investing into this one. This is a full buyout. And they're gonna run it down somewhere, I assume. It's probably gonna be through Garage. You see Stinger Party have a lot of success here. The difficult thing is he's playing the Sentinel at this
Yeah.
point now, and it's a little harder for him to lead the charge. You
He
know?
doesn't have the same setup that a lot of our teams are used to. With the
But they're giving C up.
Oh yeah, they're just backing up instantly. I think they're trying to play it like that last round again. They feel like they had a lot of success with that last round being able to play the retake, so might as well just back up and try to do it again, right?
Deploying drone.
Egg is going to get the plant off though. You don't have Sova ult to delay this anymore. You have 3 still in backside. You have 2. Be careful about the flank. I think they're just trying to pick off whoever is lurking on Valpo. Right?
Yeah, this is gonna be rough.
They're sending a lot. Yeah.
Party. Gonna run out. That gives up Garage. Egg gonna fall fast. Johan's just in a rough spot. Gonna hopefully get through.
Last player
Yeah.
standing.
It's not up on the clip there.
Yeah. It's just rough. You force another buy like that, and then you know, obviously like Illinois State probably is assuming that you're buying weapons, right? So they give a little bit of space. But the issue is that if you don't get any of the picks on the surprise, if
round
you're gonna
in the
save
half.
as well, then you're just back to square one, and they are doing post plant with better weapons, right?
Yeah. That was fine. I think they probably needed to just look to keep Garage control. Party gets tagged, can't sit behind the box because they'll just spray you down through the box with the Vandal. But definitely had that. Looks like Egg is going to be positioned towards C, so I assume they're not going to work A. You know, the Viper wall keeps getting thrown there, but I mean, the majority of the rounds, they've had 3 in that area, and I mean, Cypher's been more than willing to just give up C site and try to retake, so.
I like the swing from Johan right there. Being able to be a little bit slow, knowing that the trip are, you know, he's been pretty, you know, keeping it the same across both of his trips.
Someone's got to get the. I don't know if they got the Cypher cam or not. Oh, yeah, they did. Party. Gonna alert them that someone is front B at the moment. They're gonna fight for spawn. I don't think they should. With Party finding that kill and let him go through spawn. Now you wait. Phoenix Ops ults pop. These voices will get picked early. Egan will trade one back. I guess that was the Phoenix ult. But yeah, playing off where Johan is with Party in this position is huge. Party doesn't need to rush anything. He just needs to wait. He doesn't even have to shoot.
enemy
We'll find
remaining.
one, but yeah, this should be really close to unwinnable.
Last player standing.
Very low out of Johan. Oh, yeah, that was a bad swing. You just got a jump spot. I don't think he got it, but...
Clutch.
Oh, 21. Yeah, you got to go jump spot there, not swing. And he swung wide. He wasn't really... he swung wide, but
Switching
I don't know.
sides.
It looked like he wasn't committed to either picking on... Is the guy sticking the bomb or is the guy off the bomb? He was like in a weird in-between. Like, the guy wouldn't have been... You know, if he thought the guy was on the bomb, he wasn't really in the area to even flick. But he wasn't committed far enough that the guy was like to the side, you know, he knows you're incoming. Like, where else are you gonna be? Jet was on site, not Garage, because that's where Omen was. They're not, odds are you're not gonna be doubled up in that 2v1 with the bomb down with so little time. It's just a interesting decision there to not jump spot. And that's something we see out of them a lot. They never jump spot.
Yeah. But a clutch 4K out of someone right there for Illinois State, like being able to push that defense. So as we swap sides, you know, going into this 9-3 at the half, Valpo got a lot of work to do if they want to bring this one back.
Yeah, definitely also a attack-sided comp out of Illinois State. With the double duelist, Phoenix and Waylay. I'm not sure if that's really meta, but they've given up all of Garage at the moment. They did not really have anyone in there. It's kind of the last line of defense. He knows they're up in the window, but no one's watching front B for him. He's going to get shot in the back here and abandoned by his teammates.
Johan at least going to be able to swing up and get one, but Leaves again is going to get popped there. You have a couple attacks. Artie Party being able to look back through Garage, but just gets turned right there by Sofa.
Last player standing.
All that's left is Viper here as they finish up a lurk on the backside. The Phoenix spots first and now instantly swinging back out again. That's going to be a 4 for 0 in the favor of Illinois State.
Yeah. It was rough. Unfortunately, Artie Party wrapping back through Garage isn't able to find one. But yeah, Ninja Panda just not online at the moment. It's a little rough when you've got one player that's not performing. Not that, anyone's really performing on the side of Valpo. The best we have is even out of our duelists. Yeah. So, good to see. I think Illinois State's going to repeatedly go C because Killjoy's not the most ideal character for locking down a C site. Going for the peak, hopefully land a headshot. Will land on Phoenix. Unfortunately, Phoenix can heal. And we'll probably just go into the corner and look to do that. To get the line in there. And, yeah, it's a 1v5 all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Spike planted.
I mean, that's kind of the danger that you run. Like you said, it's KJ. It's not like a Cypher, right? You don't have a lot of slow to your kit when it comes to stopping them on C site, and your setup time is just as strong. So I feel like they can just recognize that if they don't get any weird early picks from anybody they station, they can kind of just run it down C site as quick as they can. Especially with double duelists.
Yeah, I mean, with double duelist, I mean, there's not much setup here. There's not, their initiator is Sova. Like,
yeah,
he's got the drone to maybe go in the way, but it's going to be a short burst and an explosion. They're going to continue to go C, and I'm surprised Johan hasn't moved across because there's not much resistance on this side of the map. I mean, it's Sova and it's Killjoy trying to lock this down. He'll be on Artie Party here to see. He's going to have good timing on one. Not able to find the second. Those voices, I think, need to give up sight. We'll get off of the drone, but he's stunned, and makes that rough. Something we've seen before, with gamer films is trying to be able to give up the C site. It's hard to decide when you need to leave and when you need to stay. Viper hitting a flank, but there's two looking for this. It actually leaves a 2v1 on site with Omen. I guess Willer's coming back. Johan's got a Vandal now, but full blind.
Last player standing.
Straight through the smoke. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, it's rough. I mean, Ninja Panda here, so pressure on the corner. It's going to die for it at least. Make it a 1v2 here. Still working with close flank. You have one close, one deep. You guys see Omen work through smoke to say move around at the same time. And, yeah, just get a knife in the back here. Yeah, it's going to be 12-3, moving us to match point.
Match point.
Yeah, you get a timeout per round. Would have been nice to see it used at either point. It might be a little too far gone now.
Yeah, just to set something. I mean, it's a refreshable thing. You might as well spend it at some point, especially not having too good of performances out of the side of Valpo in general. All 5 negative.
Yeah, no one's online. No one's finding anything. And I mean, most of this has just been them walking it like ducks in a line. And now, once it's 12-3, we suddenly switch it up and move Johan elsewhere, which I think is just a little pointless maybe. You might as well stay committed. Ninja Panda though finds the first. He's gonna be full stun. Johan though with the save. So in favor of Valpo at the moment.
He just walks out right there. Ninja Panda just stuck on point. All the stuff for Valpo is rotating here. Goes once he's gonna be able to drone
Enemy
out.
mark.
They are
Last
player
player standing.
Cypher's gonna finish him off.
Spike planted.
All that's left is Egg. He pings one close by there. Just moving their line, jumping right there from Cypher. Is gonna finish
Attackers
this off.
win.
Illinois State winning first map here.
Yeah, not really that close. Valpo definitely going to need to talk some strategy there going into the second map, whatever that ends up being. because they were not on the same page. They did not seem very prepared for what could happen. But we're going to cut to a short break before game number 2, and we will join you back here once we get the map and we know what side everyone's on.
As beacons, we reflect God's light.
Even in darkness or without a path forward, we shine outward and onward, anchored in our values.
We project the image of goodness in which we are created.
We cast compassion and bring truth to light.
Dedicated to doing what we can to bring a brighter future for all into view.
Whether we are students in pursuit of our passions, faculty in the field, earning hard-won wisdom, athletes on the starting block, or servant leaders in real communities,
we illuminate our surroundings, uncovering the joy that's right before us all.
Found in service of something greater.
We ground theory in practice and push ourselves to discover our true capabilities.
Reaching further together, leading compassionately for the good of society.
At Valpo, our light is for everyone.
Grounded, we shine.
Grounded, we serve.
Grounded, we radiate.
Valparaiso University.
We are back, ladies, gentlemen, and MBs, for the start of our map 2 of this Valpo Varsity Valorant here at Valpo Esports. I'm your host, Diam. I'm here with my co-host,
Gio.
and this is against Illinois State Esports, and Illinois State winning 13-3 on the first map, pretty definitively. A little bit of a rough outing for Valpo, but obviously we are moving on to Pearl as our second map, so hopefully going to be able to reset, give yourself different optics. At least you still have a huge, middle section, but you don't have actual pretty plant sites, which is nice. So maybe just the switch up is what Valpo needs.
Yeah, and actually we're gonna see Gamer Films come in for Ninja Panda. Had to miss game number 1. Gamer Films typically played, but I had an exam, unfortunately. So
Also a Sentinel as well, right? Which
yeah, gonna have Sentinel. Arty Party back on Astra. Feel a little more natural, probably.
At least a little bit more comfortable. We're gonna go out, but Zank just picks up a double kill right there on Johan and Egg, trying to clear out. Now the dash in, getting pretty aggressive. Arty Party has the setup there. You are gonna get feared a little bit. Oh my goodness, the timing! He just jumps straight through, and Arty Party doesn't even see him. He's gonna picture on the side. They're probably wondering how he stepped over there.
Planted.
But Ghost Voice is the finish there. They've had to be speeding this out. It is a 3v3 still.
Yeah, bomb is down. The Astra does have a smoke in it. 7 seconds. Gamer Films finally here along with Ghost Voices, but they've got a pretty good post plant
I must wait a moment.
set up here. Valpo can't waste too much time. You know one's on site.
One
Catch
enemy
2,
remaining.
and now it's in Valpo's favor. The Suck ready for Astra. Gonna have 100 HP and 25 shield. That should buy enough time for Gamer Films to
One
have it.
enemy remaining.
Yeah, I mean,
You can see that you're not on it.
Clutch.
Yeah, you gotta tap it again there once he does that little shoulder check. But, very, very close. I mean, that was, like 20 HP, I think, probably on Astra. In a round, they were down.
Yeah.
The retake there, a lot better. Typical round 1 loss. Our scoreboard's on the wrong side. We're gonna fix that real quick.
Yeah, I mean, all things considered, better start than last game.
For sure.
That was
Arty Party probably feeling a lot more comfortable not having to play that set.
Check your
role,
posture.
which usually helps. That alleviates some of the pressure
we
from
win.
Johan. Egg's first game back this semester, so a lot of moving pieces there.
Obscuring vision. Taking that back.
Unfortunately.
Need that back.
oh yeah. I mean, as always, there's always a lot of stuff going on in the background with our teams. So be able to get a performance right now is the highest
Look
priority.
at why destroyed.
Gamer Films getting
I must
smoked off
wait a
there.
moment.
They are going to enter on B site and start planting. Illinois State already has Jet pretty
Spike
deep in
planted.
sight here. Johan trying to catch anybody coming on the back. But yeah, it's just going to go through. Growler not catching there is going to be huge, but you're going to see Jet is holding this angle already. Gamer Films just waiting a sec. They have to wait for this team to get through and Astra setup, but looks like they're going to try and enter now. There's immediately a Tango shot right there. He is going to get picked off as he throws that. They KO with the K right there on the other side. Just ruins it as Saint kills Johan with the bat.
Yeah, not much money spent there for Valpo in that one, so not that big of a loss. That's Illinois State's supposed to win that round. The guns are going to be better, the buy is better. Now it's should, in theory, swing back the other way for Valpo. Gonna look to see Johan hopefully get online and Egg. Egg playing the Tejo, which has become a little more meta as of recently. Kind of fell out.
I'll
with
find
a
their cipher.
absolute menace at the beginning of the game. We'll see if they just look to take this space A main at the beginning here. They had the strategy right at the beginning, round 1, because Johan didn't hit the shot. So
Grounded.
once you get the shot there, you can kind of get here sooner than the defense.
Munition.
They trade stuns.
I like the Tejo pick, obviously, on this map. There are a lot of corridors, a lot of guys around cover area with him. So I feel like it's just a nice synergy to have. So glad that, as he's picked up back in the meta, we're comfortable enough to be able to play him and get some mileage out of his kit.
Yeah, having Egg back is huge because it's kind of a Swiss Army knife for us. Willing to play whatever the team needs. Good jump spot out of Ghost Voices. I talked about no one was doing
Bring
that,
them
and it looks
down.
like they are possibly wrapping it back to be Gamer Films, though, in a great spot here. I think should probably catch Astra. Yeah,
Yeah,
we'll hear that. Just needs to be prepared.
Astra calls. Oh, peek around, but doesn't get the shot. Ghost Voice is at least going to be able to pick up off the intel. So you are going to trade that at least. You're still at an advantage going on to this plant, but it looks like they are moving on to B site.
Yeah, running out of time though, 30 seconds. Ghost Voice is getting kind of pinched
30
from
seconds
the back
left.
here. Needs to be aware that they could be downstream. Won't get eliminated right away. Might buy time.
One enemy remaining.
1 HP.
Nice.
Ghost Voices, 3K. Great round out of him. Yeah, definitely love to see that because everyone struggled to shoot their gun in game number 1. So
Yeah. No, I mean, we're feeling alive. This has been a lot of the games where it's game 1, takes a little bit, not exactly all warmed up. Then game 2, Valpo starts to show at least a little bit. What I'm hoping though is that it's not exactly like the last game, because this is exactly what happened last game.
yeah, I think controlling A main is going to be huge. If Egg and Johan, just kind of like the dynamic duo, they had previously last year, and then kind of even into the fall this year, I can control this space. Gonna choose to use no util there. Hopefully be a little wary. Egg actually makes that an even trade somehow, and it's suddenly not bad. But Ghost Voice is gonna get caught out. Just running around jumping with your knife is not a good idea, because this team's gonna play really disciplined. You're gonna have to as well. Artie Party gonna have Art locked down, but okay, didn't overswing after getting the one with the high low there. That's pretty huge.
Yeah. That is really, really nice.
One enemy remaining.
Right there. Keeping himself alive with the 3K right there. The aim lab's been paying off. You've been training it a little bit. Really, really nice swing.
Yeah, Illinois State getting a little sloppy. I don't know if it's because they won game 1 by so many rounds. Maybe doing a little underestimating of their opponents. I don't think that was the typical Valpo that you're gonna see this season. That you saw in game 1 there. So definitely surprised that they started to run there and thought that Astra, right after finding elimination in Art, was super far away. Just like gave that space up. But looks like they're gonna test their luck B, and we've got Johan with an outlaw. We'll find
It
one.
works.
Yep.
That's take that.
That's something I've been a big proponent of and have told them on repeat is you don't need to feel bad about bringing the operator online. It's the best gun in the game for a reason.
Yeah.
If you get an advantage and snowball it, Egg almost gets caught out there trying to drone behind this box.
Drone is down.
Gamerfilm's doing a great job of keeping this entire midsection of the map kind of locked down with that trip.
Yeah.
Which has been huge.
No, it's just the pressure of having that there as well, knowing that they have to clear it before moving past is a lot for just funneling them how Pablo wants. So they're playing the defense pretty nicely. As you can see, Egg gets dropped on him now. You're going to be able to at least bounce out and slow down. Does get found in this corner. And he gets tagged by Tejo just for a little bit of damage, but doesn't take any of the full barrage, which is nice. Everybody's still playing. They are going to get decayed down, so.
Yeah, it needs to be really careful here.
Still gets one, even with the suppression right there. And then the ult coming out from Valpo is going to clear it back out. Valpo with another win right there, streaking 3 wins in a row.
Maybe an overcommit with the ult, but secure the round. Save a majority of your guns. I think only 1 eliminated there.
Yeah, that's
somehow. Maybe it was 2. I'm not sure, but gonna have the Tejo ultimate pretty soon. And you've already got the wall out Artie Party. 3 ready here with a full buy on the side of Illinois State. Their fade ult probably gonna be huge. Probably gonna look to use this Astra wall to kind of just cut off the site and get in. Yeah, they're all stacking A. And we see Johan with an operator on the B site alone. So Valpo's gonna be able to hold their favor. I don't like Egg walking up alone here though.
Yeah. It's a little bit of a dangerous tag. I mean, we've won a lot by being able to funnel them, but Artie Party on the opposite side, we get a pick at least deep in middle. Jet is going to push this pretty heavy right now. I don't know if Artie Party noticed though. He's gonna get smoke out right there. Does get a tag. You still have the trip right there. Gaming Films does not have to swing.
You want to fight it?
You got kind of the damage tree that you wanted. You still have your trip set up. Now you have Astro Wall over you. A lot of util goes out. You're gonna be able to take out Egg and Johan together. Ghost Voice is still looking on the peak, but you are at a 3v4, so I'm wondering, with a nail here, but yeah, Spike just goes down.
Yeah, Spike will go down. We just couldn't hear it because we were on the other side of the Astra wall, but they are going to have a post play here. 2 in main, 2 going towards spawn. And
With that obscuring
Very
vision.
slow flank here out of Artie Party. Not going to leave much time. Might want to just try to hop this while they're split up.
Where are you?
If you're Valpo, they're going to get shot in the back here in a second.
Last player standing.
As the movement went around, they were just trying to tell you the Artie Party, but you know, Illinois State has been really, really successful in just being quicker with a lot of their plays. So
Yeah, unfortunately, Johan and Egg getting caught in the Tejo utility, and 4 ultimates still ready to go. All they had to burn there was the Astral Ball. So, be interesting to see here. Not going to have the operator online for Johan. We're actually going to see Egg throw his gun over to Johan, I assume is what happened here. Oh, nope. They'll resort the econ there. Gamer Films able to get something in Egg's hands, and they'll fight for this space. And I think you don't really need to take much more space than this box. You're really looking for the Orb for Tejo on repeat.
I mean, there's now already both teams pulled out. You're gonna see the use out of it right there. Push drag. You're gonna get use out of his use.
Face your fear!
Illinois State is not going to try and enter the A side. They push the smoke right there, and there's just a lot of spraying going on. Artie Party comes out with one. They are still suppressed, but you know, Valpo has slowed it down a little bit. No more Prowler anymore. They can still play this a little bit hesitant, right? They haven't entered site yet, and they are going to start moving on to it now, but you have a good setup out of Ghost Voices. Artie Party does get tapped there. They are going to shoot one and get the plant off now, but...
Spike planted.
Oh, why?
Yeah, that was interesting. You know, at this point, it doesn't matter. They're all off, and Gamer Films actually chose no longer to flank with the Vice Wall there. I think you just trip it and run away instead of not tripping it and walking all the way around, because he's basically put this into a 1v1 until right now. They do have the cage, but Astra's still alive with the suck.
Yeah, and the flash right there for 5 the moment that they tapped and see if they were going to peek. I mean, that's just the danger of having a sentinel on a post play, especially when you're at a disadvantage. Where you don't really have a lot of... You know, when you lose out on a lot of people, you don't have the angles that you want to challenge. So it allows for the sentinel to have easier setup on the post plant to be able to pull you off side. That was what I was trying to do.
I think once Johan and Egg find that first elimination, they also need to be comfortable with backing up, because they knew the entire team was there, right? Tejo drone. Egg would have seen
Get out
all
of my way!
They're gonna explode here onto the B side. We've actually left nobody there. Someone should be moving over. It should be Gamer Films to get in the area. Don't know if he's going to have anything to really deal with it. Yeah, just a classic. They will invest multiple ultimates into this on a save round out of Valpo, which is pretty not great if you're Illinois State. But if they get out of here scot-free and don't really lose any guns, it's not too bad. The bright part of this round is jet knives are active for Johan, so he might be able to find something out of it. Artie Party getting caught in the Tejo util somehow. You didn't see that. That jump peek's gonna be rough.
Hello. Johan wins the 1v1 right there. Not going to be able to find the clutch.
Last player standing.
Missiles away.
Keep back around again. I don't have the use a lot, but it's not going to be enough. Alpha just falls out there. It's going to be 3-5.
Yeah, save round though out of Valpo. Jet knives were invested, but that allows you to bring the operator online for this round. Just need to somehow get it to the right spot. Whenever the operator's been out, it's been in the wrong area. And it looks like it's gonna be again.
Yeah.
They're gonna go B, and they're gonna continue to go B until you solve the problem. Really, I think they've only kind of struggled when it's been A. Whenever they've gone B, now they might get a little too fancy here. Mid has not been in their favor.
Blocking vision! Blocking vision!
That should alert Valpo that something's up, because they've not dumped all of this in here.
But he's getting really aggressive, and it's gonna pay off right there. Artie Party just walks up into their face and picks off 2. Almost had the 3rd, but obviously had to reload it. Now they have at least Vice tagged so hard that it's a one-shot kill.
Yeah, and they know where all are because of that Cypher ultimate, so you know they're kind of trapped in spawn, and they don't know Johan has an operator either. They have the Vice flash, but it's not exactly the best for pushing an op off of the line of sight. So I don't know. Looking at economy, there's not really a reason to save. I guess the only reason you'd save is orbs to not give over towards Valpo. But Johan's posted deep here. Should probably find the first with no problem. Oh, gonna miss. But now they're aware. You know, this is really difficult situation. You can't really go A anymore.
Yeah.
And there goes Vice down. So this might just be a save angle at this point.
Yeah. I mean now.
Still waiting.
You're at a good spot for
Find
Valpo.
you.
Those are the trades you need, but it looks like
30 seconds left.
Excuse me, still gonna try and walk up here. They are gonna swing his 2 an egg. Being smart, I like that. You see 2, you just back up. Or you know that they still have to play sight. You know that you have set up the ball. You're gonna back out and eggs back around. Smart decision right there. It's gonna be able to win them that round.
Yep, being able to give up space, especially when you know Gamer Films is there. He's been there every round, the entire game in that little cubby in mid. So giving that space up is huge. Something that just comes with time, you know, trusting your teammates. Like, playing your util, backing up, delaying it. It's a 2v... I think it was still a 2v5 at that point, or 2v4. Either way, a massive man advantage. So delaying time, you knew where they both were. They had like 20 seconds left, so not giving them anything to work with or any opportunity back into rounds is huge.
Yeah, you love to see it. Now,
Obscuring vision.
Here again.
I think this is pretty obvious. I guess not, though.
They really haven't caught on to the fact that he's walked through every smoke he's dropped at mid, right?
Yeah, I thought that would be a little obvious. You know, he kind of really did that. He was gonna probably do the same thing last round, but they just body bumped. Good eye though out of Ghost Voices. Gonna alert them that this push is somewhere towards it. Johan's not gonna give up the line of sight in case Bias is lurking, but should hopefully get some comms out of the team. They're on their way.
Back to the right corner, but he sees 2 in a really crazy swing coming out of KO here. He's gonna get that big game from this DC trading 1, but it's gonna be a 2v3. Still have Astro Wall up, you have Egg Pink from the left. I wonder how they want to move up with Johan, because Johan still has op.
Yeah, I don't know. You might look at saving the operator unless you can find a pick here early. Well, they'll push Jet out, but it doesn't really, you know,
Last player standing.
Johan grabs a Vandal, finds one, but yeah, I think they just need to wait until the rest of the team was there to try and take those fights. Ghost Voices got trapped backside, Arty Party swung out street, you know, Gamer Films was kind of left alone there. Like, yeah, it was a 4v3.
I got money.
Could have probably
Anyone
tried
need
to push
something?
take the site, but everything out of Illinois State was dumped util-wise. I think just waiting until Egg and Johan are able to group up and you've got that man advantage, because you did have the man advantage overall.
Yeah.
Just waiting, you know, would have probably sufficed. And I think they're just going to continue to go B. We're going to see an outlaw out of Ghost Voices, which will probably catch them off guard. I doubt they're going to be ready for this. Oh, yeah. That's unfortunate. We'll have to back up. I need to see an early rotate here, because that outlaw buy kind of alerts them to what the rest of your buy looks like, and they're no longer scared. They're just going to hit the site.
Yeah. Now, I mean, we're pushed back in a similar spot now.
Spike planted.
Right? I feel like.
Oh, that was our Astro Wall last round. That's it. I thought that was theirs. This is their Astro Wall. Johan's got a flank, but I mean, he can't really get through. Someone's gonna be watching.
Yeah. Back the first pick right there. They have Jet pinned down at backside. Astro's gonna swing it, but immediately get dunked right there. Gamer Films and Edgar is gonna be able to take off too, but it's gonna be a last to the site. And with 1 left, there goes the ult coming out, but it's not gonna be enough. Valpo dropping down 4-7 here. 1 more round before swap.
Last round before the switch.
Yeah, last round will be not a full buy for Valpo. 1 orb off of the Cypher ultimate. Gonna have the Fade ult and the Vice ult online for Illinois State. And I think they're just gonna run it down B again. And I'm surprised to see a 3-stack towards the A side out of Valpo, because there's been no resistance. We've given up the site every time and played a pretty bad retake, in all honesty. It's just been Ghost Voices to try and hold off 5, and you know, here's an early rotate at least. But
yeah, at least they're moving, but again, you're just giving up so much room.
Face your fear.
Like a lot of sense.
Will find the pick, but swings out to try and break the dog. You just gotta back up, give the space at that point.
Or die!
Johan's gonna have a good angle here, though. Oh, gotta find that one.
Yeah, it's a little bit rough, especially when you're playing outside of that. But
Spike planted.
you know, Egg, they do get jumped. So Pomno going to be able to at least swing it when he wants. Yeah, they're going to swing S2 here and take it up.
Last player standing.
Party going to find both of them though off the straight. A third one, looking for the fourth on point. The swing to the right. 5 shots. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, just got a little too excited there, I think, once he found 3.
Switching sides.
Trying to predict which way Vice is gonna go. You just gotta commit to an angle, kind of in these tactical FPS games.
Close,
but yeah, I mean, good momentum going into this one. 4-8, not terrible.
Now we wait.
I definitely think this is the attacker side attack as well.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I think Valpo definitely should have played this same kind of setup that Illinois State seems to have. You know, it's kind of 2-1-2 instead of like 2-3. You know, at the beginning they played a lot of 2 mid even, so it allows to rotate either direction. But towards the end there, they were just heavy 3 towards A like this. So I guess now Illinois State doing what I wasn't a fan of. Gonna have orb control. To be able to go fast. He does fades here. We'll find the pick early. But this is rough for Johan. Yeah, someone's gonna swing out the smoke probably.
Camera taken out.
He's gonna get taken out in the back, and Yuto is gonna also take out both voices. Artie Party at least trades out a little bit, but we're gonna have a 3v3. It looks like Artie Party is kind of stuck alone right now, and he's gonna be asking to the right and just not even see it right there. Now, all that's left is Gamer Films and Egg. Gamer Films already way deep back in spawn.
Yeah, they were looking to rotate there off of that Artie Party elimination. They had it. I think Artie Party just needed to work his way into B or hold the line there and allow his teammates to come through. Got a little overzealous, starting to lurk into sewers, but Illinois State's kind of just parked the bus, and this is something Valpo struggles a lot with. It's just sitting there and waiting when they've got a numbers advantage and holding angles. Jiggle peeking. They don't do a lot of it. They kind of just run it down, unfortunately. That's going to be the first round of this app going over to Illinois State. We really want to see Johan come online. I mean, he's kind of the guy that you think of when you think of Valpo Valorant, that is able to kind of pop off and change these games and flip the momentum. But haven't really seen too much out of him, unfortunately, on this map.
Yeah, it's a little bit rough. He just hasn't found his footing with a lot of his entries that he was looking for. Especially, usually, you know, we're tagging a lot of Yuto with his entry as well, which makes it, you know, even more of a commitment when you push in. But you're going to see he doesn't stop being aggressive, but, I mean, just walking like that, you know, there.
I must wait a moment.
But
Spike is down.
another
Spike
one
down,
they're
mid.
just going to swing right
Last
off the
player
right.
standing.
Still lucky, but
Flawless.
flawless round. Going to shut down Valpo. They were, you know, obviously saving, so it's not the worst thing in the world, but it's just rough.
Yeah, not obviously great, but expected result with the bye. And, gonna be a bonus here out of Illinois State. Gonna see everything online except a Guardian out of Gamer Films.
Yep.
Be interesting to see. It looks like they're still just gonna continue to go towards this A stack. I mean, Illinois State's comfortable with leaving their Sentinel alone over there. It's gonna just be on Johan to really find the elimination. His aim is just a little shaky at the moment. Definitely a little uncharacteristic of what we're used to.
One suppressed.
You get a tag. He's still moving. That's probably down. We're going to try and push him off this side. But obviously, it's his line of sight that's out right there. Find a second one to go. And now Valpo is kind of mixed up right now with Kale around the box. Kale going to swing that again. At least
Spike
does
down
get
A.
does get shot through the wall by Johan though. It's going to be a 2v2, and you do pick up Spike.
Last player standing.
And it looks like Ghost Voices had B all to himself. And unfortunately, Illinois State has the spike. They were pretty much grouped. There's really only 2 directions Ghost Voices can come from. So you're aware he knows both should be in that area for Illinois State, and I'm not sure if he must not have seen him on that little cross. I thought he had like a pixel.
Where are you?
I might
30
be
seconds left.
good. Won't do anything, but you know both are there anyway.
Yeah, there's the cuss right there from Astra. Astra's still holding the wide angle, but you can see both of them are holding it at the same time. You know, the entry is right there. Oh, swing on peak 1. He's looking for the second one and finds the second. The clutch out of Ghost Voices off a really nice swing, and that's gonna win Valpo 1.
Hopefully that lights a fire under Valpo, because I mean that was unwinnable, and Ghost Voices just worked a miracle for the team to keep them in this one. I mean, going down 11-4, I think that one might have been over, and I mean this is a hodgepodge bye. It looks like they're gonna commit to this round after that one. Feeling real good about it, but it looks like they're just gonna continue to run it to the A stack, and this time it's almost 4.
Yeah, and both teams are going for broke. Like, at this point, everybody is broke but Ghost Voices. So, yeah, if you, for Valpo, it's like you're kind of rolling the dice again. But right now, you have a little bit of momentum back on your side. So, might as well just toss the dice again. Because if you do win this round, it's a huge blow to their economy, right? You can easily string another round off that.
Yeah, Jet's kind of holding the art down here. Artie Party with the Spectre, just looking to find something. The initial pick before you explode. We'll get some tags here, but I believe Ghost Voice is probably also spotted.
With concealment.
You should have heard the jumping back up. Your Artie Party. Johan's on site here.
It's like watching.
They don't know Johan made it through?
That's a free vandal.
Yeah, a bit of an upgrade there, which. Hopefully find something. Seems aware that Astra or somebody could have moved through here. And oh, what a flip!
Oh my goodness!
Oh, a little bit of an overheat there. I think lined up a bit with Egg. Made that very easy. We'll get the plant down, but Ghost Voice is gonna get shot in the back here. These gamer films. Play at the spike. You know he played at the spike. He couldn't have got far. Trying 1v2. Not gonna be able to do it. Unfortunate that Egg and Johan kind of got.
Activated.
I don't think they got collided or like in the same spray. I guess we didn't see it. Maybe it was just a stray bullet hit Egg there, or vice versa, but kind of lined up there. Just a little bit of an overheat again, you know. Johan after that nice flick. There was no need to push into backside or try to take that fight with the man advantage. And leave your teammates alone there, and then you both were found out coming into sight. So 5-11 here, and that's going to be rough money-wise for Valpo, because they invested into that one. Like, we're able to get a Vandal, but then it's not able to find anything. But it looks like they want to continue to end A.
What's this?
I'm going to see. I mean, you have the Prowler going through mid. A's going to be able to at least push Kale off a little bit, especially with the star drop. Have Johan knives out. You have a good entry already, and he's immediately going to see.
Oh. Yeah, that you can't be missing gimmies like that, you know.
It's the easiest shots that are always hard, you know.
Yeah, I mean, you don't expect someone to be staying there, and then they will both actually get collided through the box together. Illinois State on match point here. Valpo gonna have some decent money, not gonna be full buys across the board, but will be kind of something. Looks like Artie Party using his money to get Johan a Vandal in this one. And finally, after all of these rounds of repeatedly running into the stack on A, when nothing's changed for Illinois State, Valpo's going B. And I don't know what prompted it to switch now in the final round. Also, no timeouts being called either direction. But it's a one-man show for Vise here.
Yeah. I mean, he instantly with the spray out, just tagging half of Johan's health. That's all you can ask for in a spray like that, but here comes all the util immediately dashing into the backside, getting attacked again, but at least picks off the Vise before dying to Astra. Getting picked up by Egg, and now Valpo is fully on board.
I know exactly where you are.
Cypher ult is going to at least tag out a little bit more for Valpo. They're going to pack up off this site. We don't have the spike down yet, but Artie Party gets off another pick, so, I mean, you're playing a 2v3. You still have the Astra wall up. Yeah, you got to throw it now because
Last
Okay.
player
Oh my
standing.
goodness, that's
1
3K.
enemy remaining.
He drops a 3K right there trying to enter the site, and it's going to be a 1v1. All of a sudden, Ghost Voices and Jet. Snake peeking around the corner, not going to be able to find the shot with the Outlaw. Still looking to the right, but Ghost Voices peeks left, misses the shot with a right click in the classic. Gonna keep Valpo alive, 6-12.
You know Jet's got the Outlaw. You're on attack. You've got the spike planted. I'm surprised Ghost Voices was so aggressive, you know, with the swing there. But if you got the hot hand, go for it. You know, believe in yourself. I just think you could delay a little bit there. Chet was in quite a pickle. Didn't even know you had crossed.
Nice thing is you gave yourself, you somehow got out of that round, right?
Yeah.
With that buy, and now you're 3 Vandal, right? You're still obviously you're down 1, right? But otherwise, I feel like you gave yourself another shot just by winning that against all odds.
Yeah, I mean, every round has to be a buy for Valpo. Looks like Jet on the side of Illinois State looking to make a move. Might get caught out here. Oh, they just line
Spike
up
down
again.
mid.
It's ridiculous how often that's been happening.
It's just been double
Ghost
kills and
Voices
triple
is going to
kills.
get caught here. Where, but it's going to be a rough fight to win. This Jet can jump all over the place. A gets flip sides of the map here, playing defense suddenly.
Missile deployed.
Last
There you
player
go, relax a
standing.
little bit. 1v2 for Ghost Voices, not unheard of. You know, you might need to commit the ultimate or something. Not able to find that one, unfortunately.
Defenders win.
6-13, a closer game in game number 2. But I think definitely not the best showing out of Valpo. They were just kind of walking it down. Not much switch up on the strategy.
Yeah.
Repeatedly doing the same thing over and over isn't going to work in your favor. Most of the time, they're going to catch on, and I think Illinois State kind of did. They had an idea of where they wanted to go, what they were going to try to do.
Yeah, I mean, Illinois State just having that idea and being able to execute on that really, really quickly, especially in a lot of these plays. It showed, right? And it's that, and also you had the jump peeking, the consistent swing outs from 2, right, from Illinois State. It seemed very, very coordinated outside of Valpo, so I feel like adopting a couple of those things will definitely help, especially because, it's so early in the season.
Yeah,
Still got so much time to play.
There's only their second Missouri Valley Conference game, so
Exactly.
and I think they played probably the 2 hardest opponents first. So I do think, unfortunately, though, for our Valorant team, with the way spring break and their bye week ended up happening, that they will have a 3-week break at some point in the middle of the season, which is never good.
Yeah.
What's today, the 12th? Okay, so next week they will still have a game. On Thursday they'll play Belmont. That was the reschedule. That was their first one when that snowstorm hit the Midwest.
Yes.
So that game's still coming. That's next week. But yeah, Johan had 7 first bloods there in that second game, so a little more of the duelist role. Just didn't see him come online. If we had a typical Johan game there, I mean, that we might be looking at map 3. I think we probably are. Just unfortunately couldn't get it going there. Had a lot more going towards the end, but you got to have it from the beginning if you want to win these games.
Yeah. I mean, and I think that's kind of the story of this series. But that's going to be it from us here in the booth today. Thank you for all the likes, comments, support. Thank you guys for just tuning into the stream. We appreciate all of the interactions that we get, and we will catch you guys at the start of our next stream.